Boxing King Media in association with Boxro, Harlem, Eubank. Harlem, I'm going to pan down. I think the fans need to see what you're wearing, because only you could probably carry that off.
A little bit different.
That's it, man. Big fight weekend. Your cousin's fighting. He's headlining the show. I asked Ronnie the same question earlier as well. You've obviously known him since day one. How do you think he's changed as a person and as a fighter from the kid that debuted all them years ago on ITV?
He's evolved. When he started out, his dad was very much introducing him to the game, and he was soaking it in and letting Chris talk for him. Letting Senior do the talking for him, and over time he's developed. His personality's become his own man. He's got his own personality, and as people are seeing now that he's letting it out at these pressers and the media outlets, you're seeing more of Chris's real character, and he's developed as a fighter. He's completely different now from how he was when he first started out. He's learning, and he'll always bring that intensity. He's got that will to win and that desire, and that's going to show up.
Is he a wind-up merchant, or is that his personality? Is he like outside the boxing game? Does he wind you up, and does he say things to try and get under your skin?
No, I think it's a fight, and a part of the fighting game is these talking exchanges. So if you can get under someone's skin, you're going to try and get under their skin. And Chris is very good at doing that. He's articulate, and he likes to have fun. And if he can plant a seed that makes someone agitated, then he'll do that.
And if you look at online trends, a lot of people over the years have always been spoke negatively about Chris because of the way he comes across. But the strangest thing is, all them people become fans now. If you read the comments in most videos, people are lapping him up. Do you think that's why do you think that is? You tell me.
I don't know. I think people love to hate the name Eubank. At the offset, maybe because of the foundations that Senior set, and maybe he played the bad guy to a certain degree. But I think as Junior, as he exposes more of his personality, he is a funny guy. He's got a good sense of humor, and I think these last 2-3 fights, people have really started to see that and have warmed to it.
I saw Chris put on his Instagram that he's going to have Sebastian, his late brother's name, on the back of his shorts. And obviously I know you was close to Sebastian as well. How much will it mean to him to get a victory over Liam Smith? Because on paper Liam is a tough challenge, you know what I mean? And then obviously representing his brother as well and his memory.
I think on paper this is one of Chris's toughest fights. This is a big domestic fight, and I think it's only right that he has Sebastian, his brother, in there with him and on the shorts, and he'll be carrying his energy into battle with him, and I think it's only right on the occasion.
I'm not going to ask you to predict the fight because no one's going to believe what you say, because they're not going to respect your opinion because of your close connection to Chris. But what I will ask you is, do you think it goes the distance, or is there a stoppage in this fight?
I think the way their styles will collide, I think the intensity of Chris, I think it will wear down on Liam later in the fight. I think it will be a firefight until the point where Chris ends it, and I think Chris will get the late stoppage.
And a quick word on yourself, Harlem. Good win out against Tom Farrell last time. You showed a different side to your game where you got hit early and you kind of grinded that, you grinded your way through it and won on points comfortably. What is next for you? Because I've seen your name getting mentioned alongside people like Dalton Smith, potentially challenge for the British title, or do you fancy still keep improving?
Whatever, I've shown on my resume I'm willing to take on the challenges. I've overcome many 50-50 fights from early on in my career, and I'm a fighter. I'll fight anyone, and it's obviously about progression and continuing to progress. And every fight, I'm taking on tougher opponents, more experienced opponents, and my resume shows that. I'm going to continue to build, continue to work on the craft, to continue to learn, box, to fight, and I can do both. And I'm going to continue to learn in the craft and develop and take on these tough challenges.
Good stuff, man. I've got to ask you one last question. Could you share a memory of with Chris from your childhood days? Anything funny that may not have been shared for that can hopefully create some sort of social media content out of?
Funny. I can't recall anything off the top of my head, to be honest.
Anything. It doesn't have to be funny.
I mean, I haven't got anything too funny to say about Chris. He's he's more of a serious guy. He's letting his personality out in the exchanges, and with me, he's more serious. If I'm sparring him, he'll try and teach me a lesson. I think he'll probably go harder on me than he would on anyone else. But yeah, he's a great character. He's showing it to the people, and Saturday night he's going to put on a performance, and I think he'll get the late stoppage.
Harlem Eubank, thank you so much for your time. Cheers.